You spend hours scrolling, watching videos, and then suddenly your entire evening is gone. Or maybe you spend just a little money here and a little money there, and then your whole paycheck disappears. You're losing time and money without even realizing it. In modern life, we act like time and money will never run out. We often trade a lot of one for a small amount of the other, without truly seeing the real price of what we're giving up. This is a huge mental blind spot. If you want to feel more in control of your days and your bank account, you need to watch this entire video. We're going to pull back the curtain on the hidden costs of your daily choices. This guide is your wake-up call to master your most important resources. Don't forget to like this video, drop a comment with your biggest takeaway, and subscribe so you don't miss your next financial breakthrough. The big problem: time and money don't feel equal. Your brain is terrible at judging time and money fairly. This happens because money is always clear, a dollar is always a dollar, but time feels different. An hour spent scrolling feels easy, while an hour spent working feels hard. This difference makes you undervalue your personal time, especially when you trade it to save a little bit of money or get something quickly. First, the idea of free time. When you choose to spend a lot of time to save a little bit of money, like driving far away to save $5 on gas, or spending hours looking up tiny differences between products, you are falling for the illusion of free time. You act as if your non-working hours are worth nothing. Think about it. Let's look at a situation. Picture yourself spending 2 hours driving and waiting in line at a cheap store just to save $15 on groceries. You feel good because you saved money. However, you sacrificed 2 hours of your life. If you make $20 an hour at work, you just worked for 2 hours and only earned about $7 an hour. As a result, you missed the chance to use those 2 hours for resting, learning, or being with family. The true cost is the loss of your valuable, non-replaceable lifetime. Modern life constantly pushes you to trade your valuable time for money in small, misleading ways. Think about small side jobs that take up huge chunks of your time but give back very little money, or complicated store reward programs that offer tiny discounts. You are giving away valuable pieces of your life for very small cash benefits. Consider this scenario. You agree to take on extra low-paying work that takes up all your evenings. You earn an extra $100 a week. But then, because you have no free time, you can't cook, so you end up spending $100 a week on takeout just for the ease of it. The extra money you earned is entirely cancelled out by the money you spent to replace the time you lost. The unseen cost is the loss of your physical health, your mental peace, and the time you need just to run your daily life. The price of quickness: spending too much to save too little. On the other side, we are often too ready to spend too much money to save just a tiny bit of time. We pay extra for speed, often without stopping to see if the time saved is really worth the high price. Furthermore, the fake feeling of being efficient. We constantly use services that cost extra money but only save us a few minutes. A $20 fee to save 10 minutes of driving, or a pricey membership just to save 5 minutes of effort. This is the premium for laziness. We happily spend a lot of money to avoid minor work, feeling like we're being smart with our time, when really we are being wasteful with our money. Think about this. You pay a $60 yearly membership fee to skip 5 minutes of ads every day while watching shows. However, $60 is what you earn for 2 full hours of work at a good pay rate. As a result, you paid 2 hours of your life's earnings just to skip about 30 minutes of ads over an entire month. The true cost is the very high price you put on small annoyances, which quickly eats into your savings. Also, the time drain of saving cash. Even when you are trying to be smart with your money, you can waste huge amounts of time. Think about the hours spent hunting for coupon codes, following complex store loyalty programs, or waiting endlessly for sales. Your brain loves the small win of saving a few dollars, but it completely ignores the total time lost to the chase. Picture this instance. You spend 3 hours searching for the best deal on a new television and save $50. However, if you had used those 3 hours on a side project or improving a skill, you could have easily earned more than $50, or at least spent that time actually resting. In addition, the unseen cost is the mental energy wasted on a low-value job, which leaves you tired and less able to focus on important things later. The way to fix this imbalance is to stop just handling time and money and start intentionally valuing them against each other. First and foremost, stop thinking about your money as one big number. Figure out your true take-home pay per hour after all your bills are paid. When you look at a purchase or a quick service, change the cost into the hours you must work to pay for it. Imagine this: your take-home pay is $25 an hour. A new pair of expensive shoes costs $150. You must work 6 full hours to pay for them. Therefore, the question is not, can I buy these shoes, but are these shoes worth 6 hours of my life? This method forces your brain to weigh the true cost, your life energy, against the item's value. Next, start valuing free time more than extra money, especially once your basic needs are met. Change your goal from just earning money to buying back your time. This is the idea of time wealth. The greatest freedom is not having expensive things, it is having control over your own days and being able to say no to things that waste your time. Finally, make yourself pause. To stop the easy, costly trades of time and money, you must create a forced pause in your life. Before you spend time to save money or money to save time, you need to stop and think about the exchange. The question to ask, always ask this: am I trading an hour of my life for less than what I earn in an hour? If the answer is yes, stop what you're doing. Or ask, am I spending money to save time, and is the time saved worth at least twice what I'm spending? If the answer is no, rethink the cost. This careful questioning is how you train your brain to stop seeing time and money as endless and start treating them as the valuable, limited things they really are. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to be aware. By understanding the mental tricks that blur the value of time and money, you take back control over your most important resources and start building a life full of purpose and meaning. Patience is key. We have reached the end of this important guide, and I hope you feel a new clarity about the forces that shape your life. We just broke down the biggest mental trap in modern life: the wrong way we judge and trade time and money. Remember the problems we discovered. First, we saw the illusion of free time, where you mistakenly spend hours of your precious personal time to save very little money, effectively working for almost nothing. You learn that your personal time is a limited resource, and you must stop treating it as if it's worthless. Next, we exposed the premium for laziness, where you pay too much money through fees and quick services to save only a tiny bit of time. You realize that this trap rapidly shrinks your savings and increases your financial stress. Furthermore, we emphasized the core solution. This simple math forces your brain to stop seeing money as just a number and start seeing it as the hours of your life you work to earn it. Finally, we stressed the importance of aiming for time wealth, having freedom and control over your days. This requires being intentional and using a forced pause to stop costly trades. Now here is the most important reminder: mastering this balance requires patience. You are fighting habits that have been years in the making, the automatic choice to pick the cheapest thing no matter how much time it takes, or the fastest thing no matter how much it costs. Changing this deep mental wiring won't happen overnight. You will make mistakes. You will sometimes waste 2 hours to save $5 or spend $20 to save 5 minutes. When that happens, practice patience with yourself. Do not let one mistake become an excuse to give up. Instead, use that moment to learn. Simply figure out the real cost, fix what you're doing, and keep moving forward. Be patient as you train your brain to ask those hard questions. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to live consciously. That level of purpose and freedom is a huge win, and all huge wins are built with steady, quiet patience. If this video gave you the clarity to start valuing your time and money more wisely, please show your support. Subscribe for more psychological guides on building a life of true purpose. Now go forward, be patient with your progress, and let me know in the comments, what is the very next time-wasting activity you are going to replace with a high-value activity? Let's commit to patience and intentional living together.